So let's go ahead and get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. So you'll come onto your back. You'll bring the soles of your feet to touch like in a butterfly pose. And you'll just hang out here. And I want to welcome you to just settle in, allow the noises of dogs and children and babies to be part of your practice. Yeah, so let the crown of your head rest on the ground. And take a big full inhale in. And then gently blow it out like you're blowing out a candle. And do that 2 more times at your own pace. Just a big full inhale and then blowing out a candle. And you can do any of this practice seated in a chair or standing using the wall instead of the floor. You just modify as needed. Bring your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg out long on the floor. Just real gentle. Squeeze it, roll it around. You're just kind of gently getting into opening before all the fun. And then switch sides. Nothing makes me happier than to see all of the doggos and the puppies and the babies. Couple more breaths. And then release. Just kind of lay flat for a moment. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Take a big full inhale and then exhale, squeeze everything into a little ball. Knees to chest if you want to touch your forehead to your knees if you can. And then 3 spinal rocks, forward and backward, coming to a tabletop position. So you'll have your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Yeah, perfect. Take 3 cat-cow pose. So you're just gonna press your belly down, look up, and then pull your belly in, look down. Start to mirror your breath to your body. So you inhale as you look up, and then you exhale as you curl in. The end of your 3rd set, come to a neutral spine. Inhale, extend your right leg behind you. So you're just gonna pick it up, let it fly. Perfect. And then drop your toes to the ground. So your leg is still extended long. You're just dropping your toes down. Take your left arm, inhale, open up. And then exhale, thread the needle through. So you're gonna come underneath your chest. Kind of crossing over. Yeah, you can drop your cheek to the ground if that is accessible to you. And then come back to all 4s. Left leg up, you're just gonna fly it behind you. Take a moment, find your balance. Make sure your toes are facing the ground. Perfect, yes, Lauren. And then drop your toes down. Inhale, right arm up. Same thing, opposite side, thread through. And again, if you can get your cheek to the ground, great. If not, don't worry about it. And then come back to all 4s. Tuck your toes, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Right, and Mom, you can do this on the wall like you used to. You'll just kind of press your tailbone behind you. Pedal out through your feet here, right? So rolling through the toes. Let the knees be soft like there's water going through them. Yeah. Inhale, lift your right leg up. The goal here is to keep your hips square. Yes, Ashton, good. Couple of breaths here. Try to drop your left heel to the ground. Yeah, Bethany. And then return to the earth. Switch legs. Left leg will rise. Keep all of those same cues on your feet, but now be aware, make sure you're pressing your pointer fingers into the mat and that the back of your neck is soft. Yes. And then lower down. Oh, hi Ellie. That's Ellie the dog. She's part of the practice. Oh, now the other dogs are barking. And those are my dogs in Lubbock that are barking, by the way. Okay, Ellie. Hold on. Come to forward fold. Take a wide-legged forward fold, as wide as you want. Ellie, stop it. No, ma'am. Thank you. And then sway your torso side to side. Tuck your chin to your chest as much as possible. Right, letting all of our negativity fall out the top of our head into the ground. And then slowly roll all the way up to standing. Arms come overhead for Tadasana. Pull your fingers really wide. Like I want your texting hands to get a stretch. Yeah. Take a small back bend here. So lift the rib cage up and then tilt back, chin up, and then forward fold all the way back down, melting kind of like warm butter over your thighs. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, creating a flat back. Perfect. So bend your knees like 10% and pull your tailbone behind you. Yes. And then forward fold back down. Come to a high push-up, either on your knees or not, your choice. Pause here for a moment. We're going to activate the core, so we're just going to breathe and hold a plank. That's it. That's your pose. 2 more breaths. Right, first plank of class might be a little iffy. And then lower all the way down, belly flat on the ground. Take your hands about a foot outside of your shoulders, so coming to the side, tense your fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, drop a shoulder down. Nice, yeah. And then come back to center, other side. Really working into the front of your shoulder and your chest. Back to center. Do 2 more with your own breath. So stay as long as you'd like in the stretch. Just keep your breath active. Once you've done 2 more on each side, we'll meet in downward facing dog, right? No rush. You're just taking your time. Perfect. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. So you're going to crunch to the side, opening the obliques. Back up, 3-legged dog. Now bring it to your left elbow. Go with me here. Straighten your leg out and then twist and sit on the floor. So you're going to end up sitting like wide-legged. Yeah. So I'll show you. My bad. You'll come here, and then you'll come here, and then we're here. Perfect. And then just fold down the center. Whatever fold feels good for you, so maybe bend your knees, maybe you're already super flexible and you can just plop your belly to the floor. Maybe you want a straight spine or a curled spine. Now do your best to come back to three-legged dog. So you're gonna plant your hands like a down dog. Bring your weight to your, I think that's your left foot, and then fly your right leg behind you. You can do it, figure it out. Yeah, Ashton. Lauren's looking at me like, oh no. All right, come to your down dog. That's a hard one to explain, right? I need to get my cues in order. Left leg up. Left knee to left elbow. And then back up. Left knee to right elbow. Straighten your leg. And then end up in a wide-legged forward fold. Perfect. Same thing as before, just hinge forward in a seated wide-legged forward fold. Perfect. One more breath. Bringing your hands back for your down dog. Putting the weight of your body into your right foot to lift your right leg back up, three-legged dog. Yes, Bethany, yeah. And then down dog. Step your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana. Standing, that's all. Exhale, forward fold, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. So just a little push-up action. I love y'all. Up dog. So you're just gonna drop your hips, open your heart. Downward facing dog. Perfect. Right leg forward, crescent lunge. So this is a runner's lunge with your torso lifted. Perfect. So you're gonna balance on the toes of your back foot. Yes. I like it. Bring your arms up overhead and then take a twist. So you're gonna open your right arm behind you. Yes. So left arm forward, right leg forward. And then just tilt that down so you'll bring your left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky. Hold on, hold on. Mom, I muted your dogs. One more breath. Down dog. Left leg forward, crescent lunge. Nice. So same thing as before, you're balancing on the toes of the back foot. As much as possible, press your heel of your back foot over your toes. And then you'll raise your arms up. And then take an open twist. Yes. See if you can lunge 2 inches lower. Yeah, there's the exercise. And then tilt down, right hand down, left hand up. Downward facing dog. So we're gonna move with some speed and you're gonna be fine. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold back down over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Bend your knees. Send your hips back. 2 options. Feet are parallel or big toes touch. No ballerinas. And then drop like 5 more inches because you're already doing yoga, just do it. One more breath here. Forward fold. Tuck your chin to your chest. Thank you. Inhale, rise back up. Tadasana, arms overhead. Chair pose. Once again, sinking down, bending the knees, shooting the hips back. Rock your weight back so your toes pick up. And then rock your weight forward so your heels pick up. See how high can you lift your heels? Things might be quivering and shaking, and that's what we're here for. One more breath. Forward fold, back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high and low push-up. Or you can go straight to down dog, your choice. If you're doing high and low push-up, go through your up dog. And then down dog, perfect. Right leg forward, crescent lunge. Bring your arms by your side for airplane arms and hinge over your front leg. So you're gonna come almost into like a humble warrior type of stance. Now just pick up your back leg, come to warrior 3. Yes, yeah, you just pick it up. Doesn't have to be dramatic. Nice, one more breath. Being wobbly is allowed. Land back in your crescent. Nice work. Down dog. You can take a flow if you want to, but you know, there's plenty more yoga to do. Left leg crescent lunge. Coming to airplane arms. Taking a turbo crescent or like a humble warrior, you're gonna bend over your front leg and then launch onto your front leg for warrior 3. Yes, Ashton, perfect. Pull that back leg up and drop your chest. Try to be even like an airplane. One more breath. Land in crescent lunge. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop to your knees, take a child's pose, take 3 deep breaths. So I learned recently about a type of breath work called coherent breathing, and it's super fancy, and if you're on my Patreon, I sent out info about it today, but I'll send it to you guys later. It's a really easy way to help balance your mood. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, crescent lunge. You already have a small idea of where we're going. So come to turbo crescent, so arms back, drop your torso over your front leg. Warrior 3. Perfect. One more breath. Chair pose. So you're gonna drop your left leg next to your right and sink low. Perfect, yes. One more breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High and low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward, crescent lunge. Starting with the arms up. And then breathing, coming to your turbo crescent, arms back, lean forward, launch warrior 3. One more breath. Land in your chair pose. Yes. Sink lower. Yeah, there you go. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High and low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We're gonna build on that a little bit more, a couple more times, and then we'll move into some cooling down. So you're good, you got this. Right leg crescent lunge. Inhale, torso up. Exhale, turbo crescent. So lean over and then inhale, launch into warrior three. Exhale, chair pose. Stay bent in your knees. Bring your arms by your side for airplane arms. Press up onto your toes, drinking bird. Yeah. Drop your heels, forward fold. Halfway lift. High and low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg crescent lunge. Turbo crescent. Warrior three. Chair pose. Drinking bird. Yeah. One more breath. Forward fold. Chin to chest. Halfway lift. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop onto your knees. Take a child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Dial in here, right? Do you feel different than the first few minutes of practice? You should be getting pretty warm. Bethany says that's a yes. Ashton, I think that's a yes as well. Sweaty! Okay, downward facing dog. Right leg crescent lunge. Beautiful. Turbo crescent. Warrior three. Drop directly into drinking bird. So drop your foot, lift your toes, lift your heart, challenge the muscles. Forward fold, halfway lift, high and low push up. Ellie. Ellie, stop it. Left side, moving with your breath, right? Once you're done with your down dog, all that, you already know what to do. So you're gonna take your crescent into your turbo. Yeah, warrior three. Directly into drinking bird. Everything should be on fire. It's a good feeling. We're awake, we're alive. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High and low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Nice work. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, taking a scorpion tail with your three-legged dog. So you're opening up the front side of the body. Yeah, flex your feet so your feet are active. Perfect, Ashton. And then come back down. Left leg up, starting in your three-legged dog. Then bend your knees, stack your hips. Nice activity in the feet, I love it. And then coming back down. Drop onto all fours and take 3 cat-cow pose. We're just kind of washing out the spine here, right? A lot of crescent lunges can aggravate the low back. So now we're gonna take the opportunity to stretch that out. At the end of your third set, I just want you to flip onto your back. So you're laying on your back, knees bent, feet on the ground. Yes. So we're gonna take like a micro movement here. I want you to take cat-cow, but on your back. So you're gonna pull your pelvis like up and in, and then do the opposite, right? So you'll roll the other way. So really it's a cat-cow for the low back. So just play with that, rolling the pelvis up and in, belly down and in. Yeah, so it's a micro movement, but it really can kind of massage into that sciatic nerve area. Couple more. Nice. Now bring your hands to the ground by your side. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips up, bridge pose. Yes. So be aware of what's activating here. Is it your glutes? Is it your hamstring? And really focus on not squeezing the glutes because we want the low back to be soft. One more breath. Lift a little higher, see what's possible. So by lifting, you're actually pressing, right? So you're pressing your feet to lift your hips. And then roll down through your spine. Nice. Go ahead and windshield wiper your knees side to side. It's okay if your hips lift up. And then come back to the center. Go ahead and take another bridge pose. And maybe you play with it here, right? Maybe you pick up one of your feet. Maybe you walk your hands underneath you and hold hands under your back. Whatever works in your body, just kind of find a new expression. Yeah, Bethany, that's beautiful. 2 more breaths. So you lifted one leg, lift the other, you have time. And then release, lower down. Good work. Same thing, windshield wiper the knees side to side. And we're taking my favorite wheel pose. Woohoo, be excited. So go ahead and take a wide armed wheel pose. So take your hands by your ears, but don't worry about elbows being in line with shoulders, right? Let the elbows kind of splay out a bit and press on up into wheel, whatever that looks like for your body. So even if that's keeping your head on the ground and just practicing pressing through the shoulders. Yes. Couple more breaths here. We did a lot of low back work to warm up, not a lot of upper back, so this might be a little extra spicy. One more breath, you've got it. And then lower down. So resist the urge to curl into a ball. I want you to take those same cat-cow poses you did just a few minutes ago on your back. So just rolling through the pelvis, forward and backward, right? The pelvis is a bowl and we want to get that whole bowl rolling on the ground. Nice. All right, bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. And then roll your right knee kind of around, right? So like isolating that part of the low back on the ground. If you're sitting in a chair, you just pick up your leg as high as you can and do the same thing. Now keeping that knee bent and tucked into the chest, I want you to just cross it over your body for a variation of supine twist. You can take your arms to a T, to a goalpost, you can grab your leg, whatever feels good for you. Be aware when you're breathing in and out if you feel any areas of stuckness, right? Where maybe energy doesn't feel like it's flowing. And that's it. I'm just asking you to be aware. There's nothing to change. It's not wrong. It's just awareness. Nice. Come back to the center. Switch sides. So you'll bring Left leg in, straighten the right. Spend a few moments here massaging that knee into the body, rolling your hip on the ground. And then coming to stillness and then crossing over your body. Always being aware that each side of our body is different. The belief is that our masculine energy is on the right side and our feminine energy is on the left. And so as we begin to stretch both sides, noticing maybe where we have a tendency to be more assertive or more caring, and just notice what's different in your body on each side. And come back to the center. Both knees into your chest. And take happy baby. So you're going to begin to open the knees out to the side. If you can grab the outside blades of the feet, great. If not, you grab the inside of the thigh. Now I want you to envision your skull kind of sinking into the floor. And then envision your spine doing the same thing. So a really flat spine. And then pressing your sacrum down as well. So your tailbone coming down. Bethany, you are winning at yoga right now. One more breath. Release your feet. Place your feet flat on the ground, knees bent. Right ankle to left knee. So you're making a number 4. If this is a good stretch for you, stay here. If you want more, lift your knees towards your chest. If this is even a good stretch for you, I want you to take your right foot into your left elbow and cradle it like a baby. And just breathe. And then if you'd like even more, you can straighten your bottom leg flat on the ground. So it's like an inverted half pigeon. Flexing both feet, so we're still active here, protecting the knees. Now, keeping this figure 4 arrangement, I want you to just twist so that way your foot is flat on the ground. So it's another variation of supine twist. Yeah. Go ahead and let your knee try to face the sky, your top knee. And to get a deeper stretch, you would pull your bottom knee closer to your shoulder. Yes. So it is possible if you wanted to grab your bottom foot and kind of hike it up, if you're hyper flexible in your hips, you can do that. And then untwist back to center. Both feet flat on the ground. Take a moment, let the spine settle. Other side. So starting with the figure 4, take a moment, then pull your knees in. And then decide, maybe on this side you try to cradle the baby by, wrapping your arms around your leg that's in front. If you'd like, you can straighten your bottom leg to the ground to make it a little bit more of a hip stretch. And then twisting to the side for a supine variation. Now, once your foot is on the ground, working that knee up to the sky if possible. and come back to the center. Nice work. Coming back to Supta Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees wide. Taking a check-in here. How is your body different from the beginning Supta Baddha Konasana? And even dialing in further, right? Is your breath different? Is your mind different? Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and exhale all of your breath out. And then inhale through your nose 4 counts. And then pause at the top. Exhale 4 counts. And pause at the bottom. Inhale 4 counts. Pause. Exhale 4 counts. Pause. Inhale again, maybe this time 5 counts. And pause. Same thing, exhaling now for 5 counts. Manage this at your own pace until you can get up to inhaling for 6, pausing, and exhaling for 6. Do that for a few more cycles of breath, letting your focus be on an equal inhale and equal exhale. So this is the basis for that coherent breathing I was talking about earlier. And the belief is as we inhale and exhale, different nerves are activated. And so finding the balance in time of inhale and exhale helps balance the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems, which manage everything, right? Bethany's a doctor, she can tell us more. A few more breaths just like that. Finding equanimity, right? Finding balance. And then bring your legs out and your arms by your side. Doing whatever you can to get comfortable for our final pose. If you need a blanket, grab a blanket. If you want a pillow, that's the beauty of being at home, right? You can get the things you need. Take a big full inhale and squeeze everything. Make a fist, squeeze your glutes, curl your toes, squeeze your face. Squeeze more, inhale more, all of your anger, agitation, frustration, and then exhale, drop it all out. Give it back to the earth and let it go. And for the next few minutes, we'll be in silence. Your only goal is to be in active rest. Not focusing on your thoughts or shaming yourself for having thoughts. And doing your best to not let any outside noises distract you. Bring awareness back into your body. And I want you to envision the smell of a sweet citrus orange. So as you become awake, let the revitalizing energy of that citrus wash over you. And as you're ready, come to a fetal position, either side. Take a big full inhale and a complete exhale. Making your way to a simple seat. Keep your eyes closed. Root down through your tailbone. Pull the crown of your head high. Broaden your collarbones.